Top 10 amazing fantasy manhwa you haven't read yet. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm bringing you my picks for the top 10 amazing fantasy manhwa you haven't read yet. From action-packed adventures to imaginative worlds, these manhwas are filled with magic, intrigue, and excitement. So get ready to add some great new titles to your reading list as we dive into the top 10 most amazing fantasy manhwa you need to check out. Let's get started. Starting off with our number 10. Is there a problem if the Demon King is a goblin? Number 10 is there a problem if the Demon King is a goblin? This comedy fantasy manhwa has vibrant, colorful art that pops off the page. It follows Alex, an elf seeking vengeance who awakens the ancient Dark Lord Gob Khan. But when the seal breaks, she finds not a terrifying demon but a tiny, weak goblin. Can this adorable goblin live up to his fearsome reputation and help Alex get revenge? With hilarious jokes and lovable characters, this manhwa parodies classic fantasy tropes. If you love spoofs of the genre, you have to check out this manhwa. The art and gags will have you laughing non-stop. Subscribe for more recommendations of amazing fantasy manhwa to read. Okay, now next. Number 9. Descent of the Predecessor. Coming in at number 9 is The Descent of the Predecessor, a mythic fantasy manhwa with stunning detail art. In this manhwa, Seal meets and a legend suddenly returns to reality. Gods, dragons, demons, all are unleashed into the world. Ordinary humans awaken powers and become heroes to fight in this mythical era. With its expansive story, spanning multiple characters and factions, Descent of the Predecessor creates an immersive world rich with lore. From epic magical battles to quiet character moments, the sweeping narrative has something for every fantasy fan. If you love getting lost in fully realized fantasy worlds, then don't miss this grand, cinematic manhwa. The art pulls you right into the magic and intrigue. Subscribe for more recommendations of the best fantasy manhwa. Number 8. Academy's Genius Swordmaster. Coming in at number 8 is Academy's Genius Swordmaster, a fantasy manhwa with crisp, dynamic art. After a disastrous battle against giants, Ronan gets sent back in time by his commander to enroll at Philion Academy. There, he must become the strongest swordsman to save the Empire. With magic, rivals, and school competitions, this manhwa blends school life with epic fantasy. Ronan is a smart, capable MC who makes the most of his second chance. Even though it uses common tropes, the fast-paced storytelling and hype-action scenes keep you turning pages. If you love magic academies, time travel fixes, or overpowered MCs, this manhwa delivers exciting wish fulfillment. The vibrant art pops with magic and sword fights. Check out this thrill ride and subscribe for more top fantasy manhwa recommendations. Number 7. Transcension Academy. The number 7 fantasy manhwa is Transcension Academy. With decent, serviceable art, it follows Seo-jun, an orphan training to be monster hunter. After an accident crosses his dreams, mysterious ads pops off for the virtual Transcension Academy, offering to train him with legendary warriors. This manhwa blends school drama with dungeon raids and tournaments. Seo-jun is a kind yet ambitious MC. The story starts strong but drags later on. The virtual hunter academy premise is interesting but feels underutilized. While not wildly unique, this manhwa offers solid casual entertainment. If you don't mind the slower plot, the school setting, and monster hunting offers some appeal. Overall, it is an okay series for fans of the academy genre looking for an easy fantasy read. Check it out and subscribe to my channel for more top fantasy manhwa picks. Number 6. The Ultimate of All Ages. Number 6 is The Ultimate of All Ages, a fantasy manhwa with vibrant, eye-catching art. It follows martial arts legend Scott Dillon, reborn into the body of loser teenager Kerwin. Overnight, Kerwin becomes a powerful genius martial artist. This manhwa has an engaging premise, with Scott or Kerwin out to complete the technique that killed him before. The art pops off the flashy fighting scenes as he wipes out his former bullies, but after a second start, the plot falters. The reasons for Scott showing off feel flimsy, lacking substance, and side characters like the annoying redhead bring the story down. While the art remains crisp, the narrative grows dull. But if you enjoy overpowered fantasy with wish fulfillment, the overpowered martial arts could appeal. Overall, this manhwa has flaws, but it's a quick, escapist read. Subscribe for more top fantasy manhwa recommendations. Moving on to our number 5, World's Apocalypse Online. Coming in at number 5 is World's Apocalypse Online, a fantasy manhua with beautifully detailed art. When the apocalypse hits, Gu Qingshan uses his powers to travel back in time and change fate, connected to both the past and the future. This manhwa blends cultivation fantasy with sci-fi elements like mechas. Gu Qingshan is a compelling hero fighting to save his world from demons. The thoughtful world building and plot create an immersive reading experience. The art is gorgeous, especially during the exciting high-stakes battles. Overall, this imaginative manhwa executes a complex premise masterfully. With cool powers, smart characters, and big payoffs, it avoids common tropes. This is a must-read hidden gem for fantasy fans. The story and art both deliver. Subscribe for more of the best fantasy manhwa recommendations. Number 4. Black Sun. The number 4 fantasy manhwa is Black Sun, with gritty, stylized art. It follows Yu, hunted since birth for a mysterious power he unknowingly holds. He discovers a hidden shinobi world and his destiny as humanity's last hope against an ancient demon threat. This dark fantasy manhwa blends shinobi action with supernatural elements. The muted color palette creates a grim, airy atmosphere. Yu is a complex, sympathetic hero struggling with his fate. With his shadowy tone and moral ambiguity, this manhwa subverts typical fantasy tropes. The action-packed fighting scenes are visceral and intense. If you want a fantasy story that's unpredictable and thrilling, don't miss Black Sun. Its bold art style and nuanced characters give an edge to the magical ninja action. Subscribe for more of the best fantasy manhwa recommendations. Number 3. The Game That I Came From. Coming in at number 3 is The Game That I Came From with vibrant eye-catching art. When Ling Si glitches into the past in the virtual game Tianyongland, he is determined to use his knowledge to become the strongest awakened. This manhwa executes the classic overpowered MC premise solidly. While the plot is predictable, the execution is highly entertaining. Ling Si makes clever use of his future knowledge for satisfying wish fulfillment. The art drops during the exhilarating action sequences. While not the most original, this manhwa is a thrilling escapist power fantasy. The game mechanics blending with real life create an immersive world. Overall, if you're looking for some fast-paced OP fun, The Game I Came From delivers. Check it out and subscribe for more of the best fantasy manhwa. Number 2. Lady Dragon. Number 2 fantasy manhwa is Lady Dragon with gorgeous painterly art. It follows Julie Tian, a village cook who encounters a mysterious seal being and names it after his crimson eyes. This beautifully illustrated manhwa blends fantasy with a slice of life feel. The story has an ethereal dreamlike quality as Julie Tian bonds with her new companion. While light on plot, the breezy pace and warm character moments give the manhwa an enchanting atmosphere. Julie Tian is a kind, down-to-earth protagonist you can't help rooting for. With his soft, vibrant art style and wholesome relationships, Lady Dragon is a feel-good read. If you want a cozy, heartwarming fantasy tale, this manhwa is a must-read. The art pulls you into Julie Tian's world. Check it out and subscribe for more top fantasy manhwa picks. Number 1. I Am Not That Kind of Talent. The number 1 fantasy manhwa is I Am Not That Kind of Talent with clean, polished art. It follows sickly Dion, mistaken as the infamous demon Arrot and forced to fight in a war between humans and demons. This manhwa subverts the overpowered MC trope. Dion is a weak, just trying to survive his misunderstanding. The comedy comes from his bluffing image strength while barely keeping up. But the story also delivers huge emotional payoffs as it explores trauma and finding inner strength. Dion is a relatable, sympathetic underdog hero. With shocking twists and turns, this manhwa keeps you constantly surprised. If you want a fantasy story with loads of heart, check out this top-tier manhwa. The art draws you into Dion's struggles. Subscribe for more of the best fantasy manhwa recommendations. And that wraps up my list of the top 10 amazing fantasy manhwa you should definitely give a read. Let me know in the comments if you have already read any of these or which ones you are most excited to check out. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy reading.